Hello, family. This your boy, your brother, your son, and your servant, Sir Isaac, once again. Here with all the info, the gist. That's to do with the entertainment, the gospel industry. Once again, this is hypesmedia. If you know you have not subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe to our channel. And also hit the notification bell so that anytime we do any new uploads, you get to be notified so that you can also watch and get blessed. And so just as we always do, we always come your way with the gospel news, the chase, the events happening around you. Today, as usual, we are here with another gist to feed your ears and your eyes. All right, so if you are ready, I'm also ready. So let's get the ball rolling. So our brother, Minister Joe Mettle recently, I think just last 2-3 days, or ne wife, Mrs. Mettle, and I say Mrs. Selassie Mettle, child christening, and I say naming ceremony, or some will also call it outdooring. It was a beautiful occasion, beautiful ceremony. They adored their new beloved girl or daughter, and they give her a beautiful name. She's now called Ariana Mettle, and she's so beautiful. And Joe Mettle and his wife are blessed to have such a wonderful girl at this particular time. And Joe Mettle, after this wonderful ceremony with his beloved wife, is once again in the news. Why is he in the news? He's seen in a video, in an interview with Miss Drew on MX24 TV. It was a one-on-one session with Minister Joe Mettle in one of his studios. And during that interview, your brother Joe Mettle can say at a point in time in his life, he had to go through a lot of pain, a lot of issues, because he's coming from a very poor background. Leaves and and so sorry, at a point in his life, during the early ages, Joe Mettle, and a superstar globally, he used to sell leaves. And what kind of leaves was he talking about? The kind of leaves Joe Mettle was talking about has to do with the leaves that we use to cover food. In Ghana here, some of the wachi joints ukoto wachi they are buying and a kata homa. And you're watching kwa oshesa hausa for aduane fitaa bi etese banku na on friend kamfa o se bibi isi no so mo dey haban na chichire hom. And asema Mr. Joe Mettle can say the road to fame has not been all that rosy as people see it to be. It has never been rosy, because he had to go through those challenges, those phases in life. And according to him, na oko school na run shift anapa na area, and okwa anapa na to the oko school anapa to the bia na han kakra, because obeko so rush no din haban ne koma omom the client and as omom tonton ne ama. And sometimes you obeko no na se client no so ebi kwa ejuma enu na heading man. But na o chechi mu say area shift like oko school area there ya na etumebuwa na kakra. And he was saying this to encourage his followers and the general public or the Christendom. Say in life nothing is permanent. All you have to do is to depend on God, trust in Him, and keep on being focused, and everything will be fine. And so, as usual, like I said, my name is Isaac, and I'm glad to come your way once again with this particular info. Like I said, if you know you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly hit the notification bell, subscribe, and let's send the gospel across the globe so that everybody will get to be blessed.
The point I was like, I can't grow up in this life. Like, things were too hard, things were too tough, things where you had to fight your way through everything. You had to work through everything. And I know people will say, oh, but we also work through everything. But trust me, when there are no resources.
Because a lot of people would say hard is relative.
Yeah.
I could say, oh, it was hard because I had to do, you know, one job.
True.
And you could be, it's hard because maybe there was no job. So
elaborate
a little bit more.
The point is there was no job. And if there was any job, you were not really getting much for it. Actually, you were not. In fact, sometimes you can't even do anything with what you're being given. I mean, so at a point in time, I was like, you know what, let me just do my own things. But I had to work with my mom. I worked with my mom for a couple of years. My mom was also the same person, struggling through life. Anything my mom sold, I was the supporter because I was the eldest.
What were you selling?
So my mom sold leaves for food, you know, like how, so before they introduced the rubber and the packs and everything, so the leaves will come from Takara, they bundled them, and I will go out there selling them to the food vendors. And so I had to do that each time before I went to school, because we run the whole morning and afternoon shift. So when I had to go to school in the morning, I go very early in the morning to make sure that I supply to my clients. Sometimes if I have to go to maybe an afternoon shift, it's easier, but when morning shift, some of the clients won't come early. So by the time you come in the afternoon to supply them, somebody have crossed you. And on and on and on. After a while, when the packs and everything was introduced, I couldn't do that business anymore. And then my mom started selling food. So my mom was doing wache, rice, that too. She would cook, and then I would come to the roadside to dish it out to the people.
Wow.